Hey everybody, welcome to English class. Today I'm going to be going over the answers to the listening quiz that I posted yesterday on my Instagram stories. If you didn't get a chance to do the listening quiz, you can check out the listening highlight on my Instagram page and just stop this video, go look at that quiz, and then come back if you need some explanations for the answers. During the month of May, I will be posting listening comprehension exercises every single Monday, just so that you can get some extra listening practice if you need it. And there are two things that I want from you. One, as always, in English class, make sure that you don't worry about making mistakes. This is how we learn. Do not be embarrassed. I am not judging you if you get an answer wrong, okay? So the most important thing is to participate and to learn from your mistakes. Sometimes we make mistakes over and over and over again, okay? But eventually we learn from them. But if we're not making them because we're too afraid, then we don't learn anything. Number two, I want your feedback. So if the listening was too easy for you or too difficult or just right, please let me know. Is there anything else you think I could do better? Is there something that you love that I did? Do you need extra resources? Okay, I want to know that stuff. So please send me a message and let me know. So the day after I post a listening quiz, I will post a video explaining the answers, just to make sure you know exactly why the answer is correct. And then also what makes the other options incorrect. So if you have any doubts about the listening quiz, check out the video that's posted the following day. All right, let's look at the answers for yesterday's quiz. Yesterday was Monday, May 8th. So let's go. All right, so I'm going to be using Zoom for now in my videos to go over the listening quizzes, just because it's kind of what I know. I'm not a video editor. I hope to get a little bit better, so it's a little more interesting. I'm sorry. Okay, but this works for me for now. Okay, number one, what is Angela doing in the beginning of the video? So in the beginning of the video, I am talking in my head. Okay, so there's a voiceover, and I say, let me send this email. So the answer to number one is B, sending an email. All right, let's go to number two. What kind of knife does Angela pack to cut her apple with? Now, this question is a little bit more difficult because you need to know what type of knife I am packing. So you have to check out the video first of all. But the answer to this question is A, a pocket knife. Okay, so pocket knives are those smaller knives that fold, okay? So you can put them in your pocket and not stab yourself in the leg or worse. This is a butcher knife, which was one of the options, and this is a machete, which was another option. Okay, let's move on to number three. For lunch, Angela is bringing A, have a sandwich, B, half a sandwich, or C, halved a sandwich. The correct answer is B, half a sandwich. Now, let's start with C here. We have halved, okay? Halved is the past simple or past participle of the verb to have. And it's spelled with an L. And to have means to divide something into two equal parts. But normally for things like a sandwich, we say to cut in half over to have. And I wouldn't say I am bringing halved a sandwich either, okay? It doesn't make sense. Halved is also the adjective, okay? So the sandwich is halved, okay? We just don't use it, honestly, but to have means to separate something into two equal parts. Now, I'm going to spend even more time on this question because of this. Have with a V and half with an F. They sound very similar. So the V pronunciation and the F pronunciation in English, these are partners, okay? So what happens here is we have the same exact mouth placement to pronounce a V and an F, but one of them is a voiced sound, meaning we vibrate our vocal cords, and the other is unvoiced, meaning we do not vibrate our vocal cords. So the V is voiced. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this well on Zoom, but okay. The F is unvoiced. Remember, we do not vibrate our vocal cords. I don't know if you can hear that. I did the same thing with my mouth, but one is voiced and one is unvoiced. So when we have something like have a sandwich or half a sandwich, it might be hard for a non-native speaker to pick up on that minor pronunciation difference. All right, number 4. What kind of food is Angela bringing for the dogs? And in this one, I wanted you to type your answer. So the answer was treats, Treats, treats. Treats are like those little cookies for dogs. Number 5, Angela is bringing sunscreen so she doesn't look like a lobster. She doesn't want to get A, a suntan, B, dry skin, or C, a sunburn. And the answer is C, a sunburn. Look like a lobster. This isn't a normal English expression. This is just me playing around with the language. Many non-native English speakers are too nervous to play around with the language. But if you are at the advanced level or the proficient level of English, start letting your personality shine more. You know what? Even if you're at the elementary level, get creative with the language. So a lobster, well, let me show you. A lobster is red when it is cooked. So I'm using this simile that I invented, lobster, to mean sunburn, because when we get a sunburn, our skin is red. When we get a suntan in letter A, our skin gets more brown. And dry skin is when your skin needs some moisturizer. Okay, it's really dry. Number 6, Angela brings headphones so she can listen to music. Which word does she use for music? A, tunes, B, tunes, or C, crooners? The answer is letter A, tunes, T-U-N-E-S. Tunes means music or songs. Tunes, T-O-O-N-S, is short for cartoons. The animated TV shows that are usually for children, cartoons, tunes. And a crooner is a type of singer, okay? It's a distinct style of singing, okay? A little bit slower, more sentimental. Usually it's a man, okay? Crooners. Number 7, what did Angela's boyfriend leave in the car? Now, I referred to my boyfriend in the video as daddy because he is the dog's daddy, all right, whatever. But this was another type your answer to me. What did he leave in the car? He left his ladder, L-A-D-D-E-R, ladder. And this here is a ladder, okay? So you can see his ladder is folded up in the back seat of my car. Number 8, Toro, which is the black dog, hates being in the car. Angela calls him A, nervous belly, B, nervous jelly, or C, nervous Nelly. Now, obviously, belly, jelly, and Nelly all rhyme, all right? But which do I say? B, nervous Nelly. Now, it was not until later that I realized that I made a mistake. Remember, native speakers make mistakes all the time. It's insane. You would be surprised. Okay. Nervous Nelly. Nelly for nervous Nelly is actually spelled N-E-L-L-I-E, not Y. Okay. So a nervous Nelly. Look, I learned something new today. A nervous Nelly is someone who is always kind of fearful or scared, nervous, anxious. My dog in this case hates being in the car, so I called him a nervous Nelly. Number 9, Baki, which is my brown dog, forfeits the match. What does forfeits the match mean in the context of this video? Well, the answer is letter A. Baki gives up and loses to Toro. In the video, you can see I throw the stick for the dogs. And in the beginning, it looks like they're both gunning to go get that stick. But Baki gives up immediately and loses to Toro. Toro gets the stick. If a team forfeits a match, it means they take the loss, okay? For example, let's say 2 teams are about to play a soccer game, football match, if you're British English, okay? So one of the teams doesn't have enough players. They only have 6 players. So they cannot take the field. They cannot play that game. So they forfeit the match, meaning they take the loss and the other team wins. They give up, they lose on purpose, or because it's impossible for them to play. Okay, number 10. After a day at the beach, everyone is tuckered out. What does it mean to be tuckered out? A, to be bored, B, to be exhausted, or C, to be sad? And the answer is B, to be exhausted. This is a great expression. Add variety to your speech. Instead of saying, oh, I'm very tired, say, I'm exhausted or I'm tuckered out. All right. You're not going to sound weird. Okay. Now, if you say I'm tuckered out every single day, all the time, that's a little strange, but it's a great expression for expressing that you are exhausted, very tired. All right. I also gave 2 bonus questions for this listening. So bonus questions might be a little bit more difficult. While eating the apple, Angela says a popular English proverb. What was the proverb? A proverb is a well-known saying that most people in that culture, language, country know, and it usually states a general truth or offers a piece of advice or, advice on how to live and lead your life. In this case, the proverb that I say in the video is, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. And this proverb basically means if you eat healthy foods like apples, fruits, vegetables, you won't get sick as often, okay? So if you lead a healthy life, you will not have to visit the doctor as often. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. And last but not least, bonus question number 2. What do we call the pattern on the sweatshirt I was wearing to the beach? What do we call this pattern? Originally, I had this word in mind. Camouflage. Okay, say it with me. Camouflage. Good. We can also shorten it to camo. Camo. But I got some other answers that are also acceptable. For example, military print or military pattern. You could even say army print because this is the print that the United States Army wears. These are all acceptable. Camouflage, camo, military print, military pattern, army print. I would probably always say camouflage or camo. And that's it for this listening quiz. I hope you enjoyed. Please like or comment below if this video explaining the answers was useful for you. I really just want to make sure that everything I'm doing and putting my effort into is something that is helping people. So please let me know and subscribe to this YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. Thank you for coming to English class, and I will see you next time.